Hi there. This has been a tough week to get through because I couldn't make any progress in this game until this stream. I did play a little bit, but I'm still like stuck in the sewer. All I did was convert or evolve a few Digimon, so this is what I have now. But my main party has stayed the same. Also, if you are new here, you will be able to name my Digimon. You just need to accumulate a few channel points to do it. I balanced it, so you should be able to make enough channel points in a single string to redeem it once. Hi there, Kira. And you were chasing a Elecmon again. It should be somewhere inside this circle on the minimap over there. Oh, that's an entrance to the... Well, now I feel stupid because when I was playing off stream, I needed to come here so I could access the Digifarm. So I left the sewer and went all the way back to the city to enter this place. When you had a warp to it right here. Anyway, I haven't properly explored this map yet anyway. Oh yeah, the other one recently came out, so the Time Stranger Killer is now out in the wild. You think I'm joking, but unfortunately I bet that the new Pokemon is going to sell like several times all the amount of sales this Digimon game is going to get. I still haven't dabbled too much in the Digifarm, like not at all. I just placed a few Digimon and then took them back. You can customize its styles, it seems. There's this item that you get as a pre-order bonus, but or no, it's the DLC bonus, but it doesn't do anything. I did get a few training items, so I want to see how these work. Let's put somebody you are not going to use. So I place Salomon here. And I should be able to use a training item on her. You can give them food. Oh, you can use this to shift their personality. That's what I was needing. Also, how do I move you back to the party? I forgot how to do that. Here. So in regards to personality, Sida here needs to be strategic. And I haven't been managing to shifting towards that personality. It's number 12 over there. Like, it's easy enough if you want to shift the personality towards one of the 4 main rectangles there. So, Philanthropy, Valor, Wisdom, and Amicability. But if you want to fine-tune them to fit in one of these subcategories, that's much trickier. Also, there is a chart someone made that summarizes what each personality boosts. I'm going to have it on my second monitor from now on. So to get strategic, he needs to shift towards companionship and heart. Do I have a farm item that does that? Oops. Turn inside Club A, shifts towards heart and companionship. Oops. Yeah, that should bring him like down into the right, which should land him on strategic. Unless he overshoots it. Let's hope he doesn't. Also, I wonder if the tile placing, affects anything. Companionship and heart. You can quick complete it. But it's very, very costly to do so. Yeah, there's something I can handle while off stream. I can leave them training in the AFK. So my starter is going to be out of the party for at least half an hour. Who do I replace him with? Also, I do have a champion Digimon for all that's worth. And there he is.
Inori, 猫や鳥を保護した時も言ったと思うけど、別の何かを助けても、なくしたものが戻ってくるわけじゃ。うん、わかってる。わかってるんだけど、ごめん。私はこっちから追いかけるわ。あなたたちはそっちから回り込んで。
I should mention that earlier this week, Banai's channel on YouTube posted a short animation about this game. Which, if you haven't watched, I think you really should if you're like even the slightest invested in this game's plot. It's really good. It's like a prequel to the game's plot. Not to review anything that happens on it.
Ku-chan, この間大丈夫だった？またいじめられてない？
Oh, this one wasn't that 2D animation in the beginning.
ダメだってこの目クーちゃんをいじめようとしてる。祈りあんたやっぱり昔のことを。ごめんなさいエージェントさん、力を貸して。
This was a bad time to remove my starter from the party.
あの子もゆうちゃんもよくいじめられてたから。あなたも戦うつもりなの？分かった、無理はしないで。発動可能。
And nice, we start with my Tentomon getting respect already. Once again, a virus boss. That's like the 4th in a row if you got to the Metal Greymon at the start. You really should invest in a lot of vaccine Digimon in this game. We have one more in the reserve, but she's under leveled because I just stopped her in. Oops, I forgot to slow down the battle speed. No, he gets to be the MVP for the 3rd boss in a row. Shard physical. Wait, it was physical attack, but I think Tentomon's skill uses special attack. Also, Shotomon is gonna deal next to no damage to this one. I have to swap him out. Oh yeah, he does have a chance to double cast magic attacks. Oh, my mouse is on the way. Hey, this is way faster than when I evolve onto my Digimon. Why can't mine be like that? I thought he'd take a little longer to show up, but I figured that Elecmon would evolve into Eaglemon. He is all over the marketing. He has a taunt, so he's supposed to be a tank. I wouldn't have figured that. Let's make this be Solomon's debut fight. And she has a chance to paralyze, but I'm guessing the boss is going to be immune to that. Her damage is decent for somebody I haven't even used until now. Cute cat, I think it's supposed to be a dog. Oh, he still has... His time to run out because his next turn came before the boss even could do anything. Nice. Do it again. Nice. Yeah. Now he has the physical attack buff, so let's see how much damage he deals. Not that much. If he double casts this one, yeah, the boss is almost set. Oh, it was just about enough to finish him off. Yeah, about that. He's a Digimon. Ever heard of those?
まさか。そうか。やっぱりあんたを居候させて正解だったな。お前たち今日はもう休め。え？いいんだ。今日は大変だったろ。
うん。でもこの子多分。
分かっている。普通の人間じゃないんだろ。屋根裏のハンモック、あれを使うでいい。さあ今日はもう休もう。みんなお疲れさん。
A lot of the dialogue back there was alluding to Inori having a younger brother, which, if you watch that short animation I talked about, that's what the story of that animation is about. Okay, so thanks a lot for the sub once again. How are you doing? Also, agent skills, I had to look into this. Because your agent rank determines how when you can evolve your Digimon into further the latter stages. So I don't actually know how you raise your rank or how you get points. It seems like you'll just get them from story events. I was raising this to like play favorites with a Siddle who's going to benefit from this tree. But I think this one will benefit everybody a little bit. I think I want to learn this one. It's a new cross arts. This also looks good. You can use burst faster, I think. They said Aigamo would sleep on the hammock, but he's not here. Oh, he looks quite a bit like the protagonist of the first Digimon World on the PlayStation. I wonder if it's on purpose. At least his color scheme is similar. Is he talking about Miri?
それを私の口から言ったら
She would
怒
what?
るだろうな。約束の場所は新宿公園だ。
Rewind on that a bit. Why would she?
じゃあ向かうとしよう。
Why would she go crazy from hearing it? In 8 years' time, everything you see here is going to be in ruins. I wonder if we ever go back to the present or if it's gonna just be like in the very end of the game. Digimon is not in the party and he's already a champion. And you can't move in from his slot.
Oh, みその。
最近随分と忙しそうじゃないか、クレイ。約束のサンプルを連れてきたぞ。
この子がそうなのか。
位相電子生命体の扱いに長けている協力者も連れてきた。より詳しいデータが取れるだろう。こいつは昔からの知り合いでな。公安の中で唯一いろいろと融通が利く。公表はされていないが、公安も位相電子生命体の情報を集めている。私が在籍していた頃はどれだけ訴えてもほとんど予算は下りなかったんだな。
お前は政治が下手なだけだ。組織の力がなければデータの一つも満足に取れないんだろう。
貴重なサンプルデータをシェアしてやるって言ってるんだ。感謝するのはむしろそっちだ。坊主、すまないが付き合ってくれ。お前を強引に拘束するようなことはさせない。約束は必ず守らせる。詳しく話すと長くなるが、これは祈りのためでもあるんだ。
よくわからないけど、それが祈りのためになるなら頑張ってみる。
こっちはいつでもいいぞ。
おう、それじゃあこっちもあとは責任者に任せるとしよう。頼む。
シモンズ博士、お願いします。
オーケーオーケー。素晴らしい。想像以上の実在感、リアリティだ。君が位相電子生命体か。それって僕たちデジモンのこと？なるほど、デジモンか。素晴らしい素晴らしい。それでは早速実験を始めよう。準備をお願いするよ、皆さん。
And the
おい
experiment.
おい、自己紹介もなしか。
これは失礼失礼。私はシモンズ、モニカ・シモンズだ。すまないね。礼には知っているつもりだが、知的好奇心を刺激されるとどうもダメだ。それに夢中になってしまって頭から吹っ飛んでしまう。以降改善できるよう努力しよう。初めて聞く人物評価だ。なかなか興味深くもあるが、まずはデジモンだ。すまないね君。事前に聞かされていないかな。私はデジモンに興味があってね。彼らの生命体としての能力を知りたいのさ。なのでいろいろ試させてほしい。もちろん危険のない方法でね。何にせよここは人目につく。まずは広い空間に移動してそこで説明させてもらおう。
Sorry, all this time I was thinking what I say about this character, but I was kind of speechless.
心配することはないさ。
they're mentioning like doing experiments, that's hard to say in English, in a humane way is interesting, because if Digimon are like just computer programs, would you have to take that into account?
おそらくこちらの装置により彼らがダメージを受けることはない。安心して彼らに攻撃行動を実行してくれたまえ。それではスタートだ。
了解だ。
But I just fight this soldier?
素晴らしい、素晴らしい。
了解だ。
思ったより物理的な衝撃を伴うのだな。これはいいデータが取れた。
了解だ。
素晴らしい、素晴らしい。これは貴重なデータになるぞ。もっとだ。まだまだいける。もっと見せてくれ。
今日はここまでだシモンズ。すでに装備は限界だぞ。この試作品だってただじゃないんだ。
予算の心配とは。相変わらずお前は組織人だな。
協調性があると言えよ。さあシモンズ、おしまいだ。
了解だ。
私はこいつと話がある。先に帰っていてくれ。
Being able to beat up humans, I think Digimon were always able to do that.
じゃあ今のタッチ、君が次の鬼ね。鬼？
気になるなら遊んできていいぞ。
遊ぶ？ねえねえ、早く。君が鬼だよ。
あいつらを追いかけてタッチだ。
わかった。待ってよ。
それじゃあ、あとは頼む。
In the making, I think she's like a black belt at it. I need to reset my tracking because it's off-center a little bit. Give me a second. And done. I think by the time you can check up on Acid again, he should have finished the training.
タッチって今のでいいの？お前早いな。すっげえよ。鬼ごっこ面白いけど、今日は僕もうヘトヘトだよ。なんだよお前、勝ち逃げかよ。じゃあ明日もおいでよ。明日誰が一番早いか決めるの。明日絶対だからな。絶対来いよお前。
Bet some horrible disaster is happening tomorrow. This sounds like foreshadowing.
祈りも一緒に待ってるからな。明日もここで。
エージェント、改めてこちらでも状況を整理してみた。ミソの祈りとアイギオモンの存在に要注意だ。アイギオモンはミソの祈りの決意に呼応するかのように進化した。デジモンが人間の影響を受けるなど過去にデータがない。もはやそれ自体がアノマリーだと言ってもいい。新宿は世界の終わりが始まった場所だ。何も関係ない。
There is no record of humans that are affecting Digimon in this way.
彼女と出会ったあの瞬
I guess in all of the Digimon Story series, there has never been like a
そして愛義をも
traditional kind of like a human character has one partner Digimon they are linked in, like in the anime.
つまり調査対象だ
Actually, no, because in the first Digimon story, you do have the characters from Data Squad. So either all of this happens before Data Squad or this is incorrect. I think. Or it is just not the same timeline despite being the same series. So I think this was the outfit that Inori's brother was wearing in the anime. I remember the yellow jacket.
エージェントさんならそう言ってくれそうな気がした。やっぱりいい人だ。やったー。それじゃみんな早く早く。
Oh, I accidentally confirmed that I went into continue training. It's weird that like the entrance to the in-between theater is a bit far away from the house. You think it would be right next to it? It's talking about side missions. Kinda makes me wish they'd make a Digimon anime with slice of life focus. I don't think they enjoy that. I think anime is already saturated with slice of life as it is. I'd rather keep Digimon as being Digimon. I have to head to the outfit shop, but I'm going to the Digi farm first. Which should be over here.
Yoshi.
Yeah, his personality still isn't in the right place, so he really does need to continue. The problem is you can't even see like where in this rectangle he's located. I think there is a menu where like you can see a red dot that shows you exactly where in this personality chart your Digimon is. But it's not showing up here. Yeah, but he already finished like one training session, but his personality didn't change from that. I need him to be strategic so he can increase a stat called SPI, which he needs for the evolution I want, but his stat on this is still too low. So I really have to find a way to raise it by a lot. I have to find somebody within this map. Not these people. I should balance my party's typing a bit because everybody's vaccine, which I was using to like hard counter the boss. And this is something I was thinking about. Ideally, you want to raise at least 3 Digimon of each type, like 3 vaccines, 3 viruses, and 3 data. Because then whenever there is a boss, you can have a full team that's super effective against the boss type. And if you really want to optimize, you make 6 Digimon of each type, so you have a full party and a reserve party that's strong against a single boss. And by the way, that's Betamon's passive. He heals a little HP of the entire party each turn. More fodder we can make. And conveniently, Agumon is also vaccine type, so he should be strong against most bosses.
感謝する。
Also, there's our
みんな
side boss. I need this one to become a... I was going to say Gabon, but I think this one was work. I think this one is a Shamamu. And then I think he has to turn into this one. This I needed to be a Paramount, but he still needs some more stats. Especially his intelligence is still a long way off. Yeah, it's a Goburimon Recolor. I don't remember what I was going to do with this one. I think I was just going to use it as fodder. But I know I'm going to need a Paramon and this Armadillomon, because if you fuse Ankylomon with a Ninjamon, which Patamon evolves into, you can make a Shakomon as an ultimate. The 20th. Oh, finally a non-virus boss. So it's time to use our data types. Yeah, otherwise it would still be pretty conspicuous. I wonder if you can... Actually, you can't, because that's a Gyomon's unique skill, but I'd really want to get a similar down skill for one of my own Digimon, because it seems like essential for a tank. It works like in my Mechanoram in that other etc. other monster taming game. You don't normally look at people's feet. I would if they had like animal hooves in place of their feet. Oh, I should have healed him. But I think I can now knock the boss out. I think if you didn't see that somebody has souls for fit, you'd at least like be able to hear it.
やった
You said it, and you're also tired of this yours. We get an attack equipment out of this. By the way, you can get like abilities, I think, as item drops. I just haven't been paying attention to how I got all of this. But you can obtain attachment skills and equip them to any Digimon. Like any Digimon seems to be able to learn any of these skills.
ここに子供を迎えに来たんですけど見当たらなくて、もしかして昨日一緒に遊んでた子って。
僕だよ。ほらエージェント、祈り、みんな約束を覚えてたんだよ。
でももしかしてお子さんを探してらっしゃいます？
そうなんです。どうしてもって言うから早めの時間から遊ばせていたんですけど、もう塾の時間なのに一体どこに行ったのかしら。そう遠くには行っていないと思うんですけど。
Do I have to find them? Oh, here.
ねえ、エージェント、この足跡、あの扉に続いてるみたい。
これは
We're going to the stairs again, I imagine.
そうだとしたらよくないよ。もしあの子たちが怖いデジモンに会ってたら。
確かに心配。中に入っちゃったなら急いで連れ戻さなきゃ。
Alright. We need to always be ready to get jumped in this game. what's that little circle icon on the map?
やった
感謝するみんな。そこだ。準備完了。
や
I think at this point I'm pretty much going to need further to like complete the stat requirements for each of my rookies to evolve, because random battles just are barely giving any experience. Maybe this will give him more experience. Oh, we finally get into proper cyberspace now. This looks just like the maps from Cyberslevel, just with a different color scheme.
どうなってるの？新宿の地下にこんな場所が。
Although I'll say I don't entirely miss them, I like that this game seems to largely take place in like elaborate scenery. Cyberslevel just had way too many like same-looking cyberspace dungeons, which I'm sure was because of like budget constraints, which this game doesn't have.
怖いこと言わないでよ。
感じるあの子たちだ。早く助けに行かないと。
アイギアモンと違って私は普通の人間だから、こんな変なところに来て大丈夫なのかなって。自分も普通の人間だって。そっか、すっかり忘れてた。その格好のせいかな。アニメ
That outfit's to blame. I'm wearing the same uniform as you.
ありがとう。少し
That should have accounted for you wearing different clothes.
エージェントさんはいい人だね。
Like how many more people are going to comment on my outfit and I just dress like an ordinary
みん
schoolgirl.
な
As I can shift everybody's personality around, but I don't recall what each one needs. I think you need either speed or physical attack. Valor will get you more attack, so you'll need this anyway. Shatama is going to need defense, which she gets by amicability. Steadfast Might, I think it's better if it's going to be a tank, which is what I plan to make him. Because as a tank, you usually want to have full HP because you will be the one taking damage. As for Dracomo, I think he needs attack as well. Like, I think I'm actually going to have to write down what each Digimon will become and what stat I need. Otherwise, I have to constantly check on the wiki. Anyway, he does need the physical attack as well. So it's also value, which is this sun icon. Fatama should say Devastator, should be using their nicknames. Counter sounds pretty good. I think having a lot of SP or discount on SP consumption isn't that important, since in this game you can fully heal anywhere just by standing still. I think those two are virus, so let's get our vaccine squad back.
なんだ新しい餌かちっとでかいのも混ざってるようだがああお前誰に口聞いてんだ関係ねえだろお前ら今から俺にエネルギーを吸われるだけの餌の人間野郎にはよ発動可能
Yes, they are virus elements. I mean virus type. Now, Taunt doesn't work if the enemy uses an AoE attack. So it's different from Dragon Quest monsters. In that one, if you use Taunt and the enemy uses an AoE, your taunting monster just takes off the AoE hits at once. Nice one of them is paralyzed. Can I renew it? I guess you have to wait for the current one to be over. How do you miss against a paralyzed target? Oh, so this is what I think the name of this source effect is reverse. So you, as in you reverse what type you are strong or weak against, so now he resists vaccine attacks. I wonder if you can cast this on yourself, you can like I was talking about how virus Digimon are at a disadvantage because you... I mean, most enemies are also virus type. If you reverse a virus Digimon, it should become vaccine, so it will be strong against other virus Digimon, right? So that way they can be also in bosses. Nice, another paralyze. Oh, was that a one shot? I think his HP was at least almost full. And it seems like reverse is permanent, it doesn't have a number next to it. Now both of them are reverse. By the way, have you noticed that the guitar riff that plays when Devastator hits his skill is the one from the start of Braveheart to this song? He's no longer good for damage, so it's better to put him on tank duty now. You want to be good as a tank either because he is now weak to their type, but you can't swap out Digimon, so he better do something. Also, so far this is my favorite special skill animation. And I was never a fan of Shotmon. This might kill you, but I don't think I'll need you for the rest of the fight. The last freedom is almost dead. Almost there.
なんでだよ。
やった。
こんなところで終われるか。せっかくの俺の住みか。エネルギー、お前もっとよこせ。エネルギ
よかった。ほら、もう大丈夫。ほら、タッチして。鬼ごっこの続き。お前も化け物だ。
Honestly, this feels a little bit forced because if realistically, if these kids are saved by Igumon and see his sources, they'd be like wow, it's like an anime character, and I think they would like him even more. Like everybody keeps comparing the main character to an anime girl, but Igumon just gets to be a monster in the eyes of others.
アイギオモン、一人になりたいって屋上に行っちゃった。そうよね、絶対にそう。私、話してくる。
Oh no, this is the way to the roof. Yeah, the main characters of the first Digimon season were kids just like those.
綺麗ね。帽子を取った方がよく見えるよ。今は誰も見てないから。
いっぱい光ってるのって何？
あれは星ね。本当は別の星の光らしいけど、昔の人はあの光を神様だと思っていたんだって。
神様？
そう、神様。あの光を線でつないで、それが神様の姿だって。それでいろいろなお話を考えたりしたのよ。
お話？
そう。例えば別の世界から英雄がやってきて世界を救ってくれるようなお話。
神様、世界、英雄、そんなの僕よくわからない。
あなたも英雄かもしれないよ。
英雄？僕が？
そう、英雄。別の世界からやってきて私たちの世界を救ってくれる。今日だってほら。あなたは今日英雄だったの。それだけは確か。だから大丈夫、自信を持って。
でも僕怖いよ。また今日みたいなことがあったら。
大丈夫。私がずっと一緒にいてあげる。
ずっと一緒？
そう、ずっと。だって
What do they plan to do with
私
Feigamon
が
though?
叶えたかった願いだから。
It's not like he will actually be able to fit into a society. Hi there, Night Cerberus.
ゆうちゃんって言うんだけど、愛嬌門と同じくらいの身長だった。
I was talking about earlier in the stream about the short anime that Bandai posted about this game. I guess you've seen it already.
そう思えたの。だからそばにいるよ。あのお星様みたいに私はずっと愛嬌門から見えるところにいるから。
And I would say that Inori is like seems overly attached to him when you consider they just met. But it's because she's basically like surrogate for her late younger brother.
エージェント、あまり眠れていなかったようだが、ミソの祈りの話が気になっているのか。結果的に盗み聞きするような形になってしまった。屋上へ続く扉の前で出るに出れなくなったからだ。いずれにせよ、彼女は家族を失っているようだ。それを聞き流せない気持ちはわかる。
Oh, you still haven't seen it. It's really well animated.
だからといって過度の感情移入は禁物だぞ。ミソの祈りと愛義をもアノマリー作動。
And because of that animation, I already know the gist of this the situation with Inori's family.
それを忘れず任務を続行してくれ。
おはよう、エージェントさん。ご飯の準備しといたから。あれは
新宿の歌舞伎町に奇妙な空間の歪みのような現象が確認されたというニュースが入っています。最近頻発している怪現象の一種ではないかとの見解もあり、現場には機動隊も出動する事態となっています。
まさかこれにもデジモンが関係しているのかも。このこと愛嬌門には教えない方がいいよね。そうかな。そうだといいけど、あの子昨日のこと相当ショックだったみたいだから。やっぱり私ちょっと心配だから様子を見てくるね。ご飯食べておいて。
The news talking about the dumpling. I think it will be very hard to hide in an overpopulated area like this one.
この町の結末を知っていると全てが疑わしく思える。調査しておいて損はないだろう。
I think if you have any side quests, they will show up in this menu. Also, I have to go check on Nasidia once again. News usually try to play down stuff like this. I wonder what realistically what kind of like internet conspiracy theories would be made around Digimon. Like this game just has that schoolgirl going that she thinks they're ghosts or something. but other people would go much further than that. So details is still enlightened. So this train actually seems very inefficient if like 2 sessions later he still hasn't budged from enlightened. I'll let it run one more time. If it still hasn't shifted his personality, I'm taking him back. What was that noise? I think it was the gate closing. Also, we can play that new card game the game was talking about. If I have any cards, I... Each card battle lasts 5 rounds. There is a bug causing level 1 cards to have a higher, greater chance of winning against level 7 cards. Yeah, so it's sort of loops, I guess. So I have to beat any type and or in number. And I still lost. In data, his vaccine I should win this. Yeah. And I can merge those two together into a worse card. He gets to create a champion out of merging cards. I'm just getting babies. And I still win even though my number was lower. So it's pretty much random. Yeah, I actually really like how this game looks, like how they implemented the classic Digivices. But as for your actual strategy, it just seems like you just cross your fingers and hope your card wins. Like the card being objectively better is not a guarantee that it's going to win the duel. And it's odd that they fumble it this side, because Digimon used to have a card game spin-off. There's one on the PlayStation. Actually, I think it was a minigame in a version of Digimon World 2. One of them, and then it became a full standalone game. I actually should try playing that sometime, because admittedly I don't really like card games in general, so I haven't never played much of that Digimon card game. But I'm now curious as to how good it might be. This TCG game is pretty cool, like RPG with cards. Yeah, I think that's the one where like you play your card and then it becomes like a mini battle sequence where the Digimon emerge from your card and the opponents and they fight. Oh, everybody's staring at I would say nothing, but there start to lighting in the sky. Can she speak? Yes, she can. Looks like it's one more virus bossing in your hands. Syria can actually evolve into this exact Greymon variant, but I'm turning him into something else. I was going to say that you are a mega into our getting beat by a champion. Once again a virus, so I'm getting my data Digimon back again. I mean my vaccine Digimon. I can buff Minervamon, but I guess probably has physical attacks. Oh, nice. I think the buff has paid off.
さい。力の高まりを感じるわ。油断して反撃を食らわないようにしないと。
Does he also use cross swords?
このタイミングでも仕掛けてくるわけ。これも力の使い方の一端ということみたいね。敵は最後にもう一度動いてくる。その前提で行動しないと。
I was surprised by how small Minervamon is. I know every Digimon is shrunk down in this game, but she's like much shorter even than the main character.
やるわ。ストライクロール。大丈夫か。いけ。
I've been forgetting to use this. But I bet the one that buffs your party is still better than this one I just unlocked.
やるよ。サンダー。いくよ。やっ。ストライクロール。頭をこっちに向けた。嫌な予感がする。頭に攻撃を集中
Focus
さ
on
せて
their head.
あの体勢を崩す。
It's like when bosses in Trials of Mana charge up attacks, I think. You have to auto damage their charge. Nice.
大丈夫か。いくよ。やっ。ストライクロール。
Well, that wasn't like nearly enough to interrupt his charge. I wonder how many turns it's going to take. It's because Minerva can still Digi Evolve. I didn't know about that. If Tentamo doesn't proc his double attack and the others keep missing, I won't be able to do it. I also hide their Alexis. I think this either the sound didn't play or I forgot to, or it's too low. But thanks a lot for the wait. Also, I take you were playing like the new event. How was it? I'm playing that in tomorrow's stream. The latter half of it. And I have to shout you out before I forget to do it. If he acts in the same turn that he finishes charging, then it's over.
でかいのが来るよ。ガードして身を守りなさい。出ないと一撃で持っていかれるよ。
Oh, once they finish charging, you can't continue damage the gauge. It's like guaranteed attack.
わかった。いいわ。
That wasn't that much. I was expecting a party wipe. And I'm assuming Minervamon has infinite health. Now that single tail swing could dealt way more damage than his super attack. I have a like reversal skill that I can teach to somebody. I should have done that, so I could have more Digimon be strong against him. I imagine that Suzy will be mad now just because she can... I'm not super familiar with what she does because I don't plan to pull her, but I saw that she can like revive Surtur after she uses her skill once. I'm playing the new event tomorrow. Like the first half of the stream will be more of this game and the latter half I'll switch to Arknights. I haven't begun the event yet. I could try this, but I'm betting he's immune to his status effects. Yeah. And I only have 2 revives. You just have to cross your fingers and hope he keeps targeting Minervamon because she is an immortal punching bag. Oh, I'm out of single target healing items. I should have stopped by the shop before. He's charging up again, but as we just saw, I can't really... Wait, the gauge is still like not fully... I think it like recorded how much damage I had done to it before. It doesn't like reset back to full health. So I think I can interrupt him this time. So let me swap in Salomon to deal more damage. By the way, for the people that just came in, you can name my Digimon. Now we can finish him off.
今のうちに。逃げるわよ。道案内して。知るわけないでしょ。どこでもいいわ。
Make bosses feel like bosses. I'm guessing like the norm for story bosses at least is going to be this like a single giant Digimon. Which is why, to reiterate it, it's good to like raise at least 3 of each type so you can have a full party that's strong against the boss's type. If it's a single Digimon, you don't have to worry about like having to deal with multiple types.
とりあえずあんたのうちとか。とにかく今すぐ。さ、案内して。あの妙な格好の人物、位相電子生命体とすぐに打ち解けていた。一体何者？
Everybody keeps commenting on my weird outfit when I just look normal.
これが僕もこれと同じなの？エージェント、これ見て。
Is it that this Digimon game may be looking better than the newest Pokemon game? I don't think Pokemon really is trying because like I think when this really began was maybe in the start of the Switch era where at some point Game Freak had an epiphany where they realized that people will buy any game that has Pokemon in the title. You don't have to actually make a quality game. So they've been saving up ever since. And the worst is they're not even wrong about it. I've seen people on my Twitter feed like shower high praise for the new Pokemon. You'd think they were like doing undisclosed advertisement for the game, but they're being totally honest. Some players just don't have any critical sense at all. You need to worry about your party's elements. Yeah, I actually wonder if this game has a stab like Pokemon, if like a Digimon will deal more damage if he uses a move of the same element as itself. Because that's important when you choose what moves to teach your Digimon.
Phew. おかげで落ち着いたわ。気に入ってくれたのならよかった。それで改めて聞きたい
I don't have the game myself, so I can't check this, but I've read that people like go around the perimeter of the entire map of the new Pokemon in like 6 minutes and a half. They should tell you everything about it.
エージェントさん、ちょっと情報の整理お願いしてもいい？
Like I think some areas in this game will be bigger than the entirety of the new Pokemon.
そうね。まずは状況を整理しましょう。何でも聞いて、卵泥棒さん。私はミネルヴァモン。ある使命のためにこの世界に来た。しかし、ちょっと困ったことになったわね。あんたたちのこの世界、マテリアルワールドと対をなす世界、デジタルワールドイリアス。あんたもあの時一度神殿に来たでしょ？
The whole map is a single model
全く別の
that
世界な
screams
のよ
like a rushed product.
私たちの世界を荒らして
I
い
think
る
they do want to make Pokemon into an annual franchise
こ
in a
っ
way.
ちの世界にもちょいちょい出てきてるみたいね。分かってる。それが呼びやすいだけ。ただ、なんであの神殿にただの人間が来れたのかしら。まあ、今はそれは置いておいて、ちょっとあんたの力貸してもらいたいわ。さ、他に質問は？何でも聞いて、卵泥棒さん。そう。それじゃあ、今度はこっちの話をするわね。あんた、私の使命を手伝ってくれない？あんたも見た。
This is the second Digimon we bring home. I wonder how many of them we'll have by the end of the game.
この世界のことは
Will we have
知ら
like
ないことが多い
couches and hammocks for
だからあん
everybody?
たに手伝ってほしい。そう。それってどんな仕事？なんだかぼんやりしているわね。でも、私の仕事を手伝うことって、その仕事と無関係ではないような気がするけど。さあ、ありがとう。助かるわ。とりあえず、何から始めましょうかね。
私たちもまだ状況がよく飲み込めていないけど、今日はもう遅いから一旦休んで、明日からこれからのことを相談したらどう？
了解。私は今日の宿を探すことにするよ。
ここに泊まっていったら、その姿だとこの世界じゃ目立ちすぎるし、警察に見つかったりしたらまたいろいろと大騒ぎになっちゃう。それにアイギオモンがきっとあなたと話がしたいと思うの。
確かに少し気になっていたの。なぜデジモンが人間と一緒に住んでいるのか。
いろいろと聞いてみたいでしょね。お父さん今日は泊まりだって言っていたし、そっちも大丈夫。それじゃ今日はもう休んで、明日いろいろ相談しましょう。感謝する。
Wonder if it's worth getting your own Igomon. I had to look at like Elekimon's Digivolutions before. I can't pull it up now. I think you can only make your own Igomon in the post-game. Like all Digivolutions have a rank requirement. If you want to evolve an Elekimon to an Igomon, you need to rank 9. Which for a champion is like insanely high. Most other champions just require rank 3. As to what rank you usually need for a Mega, let me look that up. So most Mega Digimon require rank 7 to evolve to them. And the base form Igomon, not even his alternate forms, requires rank 9. So it sounds like you can only make him in the post-game. And depending how the plot goes, might lose the story Igomon after you finish the game, so you can make your own if you still want him.
宿を探す手間が省けて助かったわ。騒ぎになるのは面倒だし、いろいろ聞きたいことはまだあるけど、明日話しましょう。それにしてもこのお茶っていうの、なかなか美味しいわね。
More anomaly points. I want to set the original like cross arts back because I think it's better, especially against bosses. Though the ceiling one also seems pretty good, but I think it started to be like a global and pretty high buff to all of your Pokemon. Your Digimon, like, sorry. Like, this wasn't even a joke, I just accidentally said Pokemon, because I was thinking of Legends ZA. But yeah, this one also seems good, because with reverse you can make some of your Digimon super effective against a boss. But I think for most use cases, the first cross arts to begin with is still better. This one seems pretty good, it makes it easier to evolve your Digimon. Wait, Teza might be able to evolve a seed earlier. And I should try getting that for the other types as well. I hit rank 3, so I can actually Digivolve to champion now. But nobody meets the requirement set. Never mind, Tentomon does. I wanted to make it into a Kuwagamon though, and that's still far off to meet the attack requirement. I'm not sure I should do this because if he becomes a Kuwagamon, he becomes a virus type, so that's one precious vaccine type I'm sacrificing for this. I'll have to think about it. Oh, Betamon can evolve to what I wanted. So here's our first champion evolution. Nice. Is a special attacker? That's something I think you have to deal with a lot in this game. Like, your Digimon might completely change their battle archetype with every evolution. Although I also think Kabuterimon isn't a special attacker. It's special attacker either. What else can Tentomon become? He can become a Sunflowermon, who I don't really like, but I like some of the Digimon she becomes when evolving. And this is more in line with what the Tentomon currently does, so I could go for this. In any case, I still need a lot of intelligence and SPI. So I'll probably have to change Tentomon's personality as well. Where was this chart? He is currently a sly personality, which boosts his intelligence and HP. Ideally, he has to be strategic, just like I'm trying to make Acidia. So I think I'll have to put him on the for training as well. Actually, a lot of my... strangely enough, a lot of my reserves that I never use can evolve, but most of my main party cannot. I'll look into this later. I will be taking a short break now. I'll see you in a minute. Hi there. For some of these reserves, I didn't have anything planned, like to what I wanted to evolve them. So it is, I'll just shoot in the dark and see what I get. I had one of those in Cyber Sleuth. I have another Betamon. Oh yeah, I had to make this one as a fodder. I know I want this one to be a blue Greymon, so he'll have to wait. Yoke still can't become a Patamon. I had something in mind for Shakamon, but I forgot. I think I need him to become this one. He needs more defense. A lot more defense. I meant Shakamon like Syakomon, the Shellfish Digimon.
というか聞いたことがない。デジモンは基本的にデジタルワールドで生まれ育つものだから。
あ、エージェント、おはよう。ミネルバモンにいろいろ教えてもらったよ。デジタルワールドのこと。そこにはデジモンたちが住んでいること。でも、なんで僕はそのことを知らないんだろう。
アイギアモン。
気になるなら私が帰るときについてきてみる？身構えなくても大丈夫。旅行へ行くくらいだと考えれば。その代わり探し物が見つからない限り私はあっちに帰れないけどね。
うん、分かった。しっかり手伝うよ。ねえエージェント、ミネルバモンの探し物なんだけどさ、あの女の人に聞いてみたらどうかな。
シモンズ博士っていう人がいるんでしょ。ちょっと変わった人みたいだけど。
Nutty, that's a way to put it. But I actually hope you'll see more of her.
だからなんていうか力を借りられるのかなって。公園のあの車に行けばまた会えるんじゃないかな。ねえ、公園に行ってみようよ。うん、シモンズ博士なら力を貸してくれるかもしれない。
You are also way too excited about meeting her again. I need to see if Assyria has finally become a strategist. If this still hasn't worked, I either have to work on this like off stream, I just let them train in the AFK on the game, or find a more efficient way to change personalities.
Yoshi.
So this is actually great for streaming because I can actually play the game on stream, and off stream I can make this tedious personality fine tuning process, which I have to wait real time to do. He's changed personality, but it's the wrong one. He went down, but not to the right, so he's not strategic yet. But I want to use my start at least a little bit in this stream. I can take care of that off stream. And he can evolve, just not to the one I want, which is the first one. His SPI is 230, so it's way off from how much I need. I also need more healing items.
Yoshi. Yoshi.
In Akihabara. Nice. Back that way. Haven't been here before. There is a new side quest. Can do that later. Oh, what personality does Cabo need to have? I think it's also Valor. To become a Garurumon, you mean? He needs defense and speed. For defense, you need amicability. I can get to moves here. And I could use a healer. I mean distance. The one the mage is doing. I don't doesn't ring a bell to me. So I have to designate one healer support, which I still don't know which should be, because most of my main Digimon at least, are still rookies. Tentomon is probably a black mage. Acid is probably going to be a offensive spellcaster in the debuffer. These two are physical attackers. Maybe Sidramon can be a supporter. So I'm giving you these two skills. They do the playing also. I think I saw that before. And to make Assyria more of a debuffer, can give him character reversal. So if you use this on a vaccine Digimon, it should turn the tides and make Assyria strong against him. I know there's some kind of crafting system in this game because you need to have certain moves to craft certain key items. So if you don't, not sure you're going to need any of this, you should hold on to them. New Kabuterimon. I checked Tentomon's evolutions, but I don't remember seeing a new Kabuterimon.
Yoshi.
Oh, I remember now. It's the purple one. Oh, the game was telling me to go back here because I set the side quest as my main objective. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, where did you go to change your main quest? There she is. And that was a massive disconnect between... Oh no, there's just no voice acting. She's acting strangely, like restrained this time. Maybe it's because he noticed her. This is also a shop for something. I can get equipment. There's another of those dungeon entrances.
あの女がとにかくあれには我々では手が出せない。装置の起動スイッチを奪われあの中に逃げ込まれてしまった。民間人の力を借りるしかないとは不本意だな。頼む。
Yes, I have our new champion on the lineup. I see if you need to use reversal. Denton is probably still going to be my strongest monster. I appreciate that this looks completely different from the previous dungeon. I talked about Cyber Sword before, that game reused a lot of the same power blue aesthetic.
夫。前よりはもうドキドキしてない。面白い学校も頼れる人がそばにいるから。アニメの主人公が近くにいてくれる感じ。昔見てたエージェントアルファはヒーローだった。とにかく頼りにしてるってこと。私なら大丈夫だから先へ進みましょう。
I wonder if we can swap Inori and Agumon's outfits by now. Yes, you can, but I only have one for each, which came from the Cyber's Wolf set. There's all these, but they're all tied to the more expensive edition of the game. But I still like Inori's default outfit the best, that's why I'm also using it. And it seems like by now we are going to find more champions as random battles. At least if I can use them as fodder, it should be make it faster to get my own Digimon to these stats they need to evolve. Oh, Minervamon is still here. So you have 2 extra party members. Hey, I wonder if I can go doing side quests and I'll still have a Minervamon with me. That will make things easier. Let's see Dramon's unique skill. Let's fight this one. By the way, Sidramon isn't a virus type anymore, right? He became a data. I'm not sure what stat you're going to need. Oh, here's where you can see like the radical showing exactly where our Digimon is. I think it's like it's exactly in the middle right now, but if it was, for example, 10 more towards sociable, the article would be more to the right. But I don't know what stat you need to know. Yeah, like this, so Hasidia needs to go to the right. This is a dead end.
いいぞ発動可能
I guess you meant to say probably luck. Oh, SP attack. That would be intelligence. And then SPI is your special defense.
よし やるんだいけるぞ 頼む
This dungeon looks nice, but it's a bit disorienting to tell where you are going.
そこだいけるぞ
You'll probably get enough data to convert the Black Atom.
みんな
Should I try out any of these new champions I've made? I'm not sure I'm going to actually end up using any of these. They might all just become fodder. It's not this way. Did they get stronger from the last fight? Citramon's also bad against him. Buff already have the buff and I don't think it stacks. Whoops. I never ready for when this radical shows up. Does it at least renew when you cast it again? Let's find out. Yeah, it's back at 2. It was 1 before. I mentioned my main Digimon can evolve, just not to the forms I want. But I wonder if it's worth it to like evolving to a form you don't want and then evolving back to Rookie. If you're going to get better stats out of this to help with the other evolution, or if it's gonna just make it take longer.
ご苦労ご苦労、報告は受けている。我が研究に大いなる進展が得られたよ。約束の礼をさせてくれ。君の通信デバイス、ちょっといいかな。君の通信デバイスに小型化した例の探知機能を組み込んだ。使い方は先ほど説明した通りだ。それにしても君はどこの出身だ？そのデバイス、一般人のそれではない。私でも理解できない部分が多かった。一体何に使う機能だ？答えられないか。まあそうだろう。先進国の政府系機関はこぞって移送電子生命体を追っているというし、諜報員の一人や二人は驚くことでもない。私が驚嘆しているのはそのデバイスの美しさだ。それを作った人間は天才だろう。この私以上かもしれない。君のことが非常に気になってきた。その素性、そして背後にいるものだ。簡単に口を割れない立場なのは想像できる。しかし私は諦めが悪くてね。長い付き合いになりそうだな。
やれやれ。
エージェントさん。
The underground beneath Shinjuku Park. Seems like we're going to the sewers one more time.
いいわ。
But actually, I want to handle that side quest first. Which should be just on the office offside. Back to Akihabara, and after I'm done with this stream, I'll try to look at how what's the best way to raise Digimon stats for evolution, because this has been like a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. Series SP is at 238, so it's still way off from how much he needs. I'm afraid that he might reach his level cap and still not have enough to evolve. And apparently the best way to get the stats you need is by synthesizing, which I still haven't done much of. Let's see, I'll sacrifice this one and see how much his stats raise. Like the blue number next to each of his stats should change from this. He raised a little bit, but it's still very slow progress. I wonder if his current personality affects how much his stats go up from starting further like this. If that's the case, I have to get into strategic before I start doing this. And I'll get out this further out. It's basically the Digimon putting. So if I give him further that has a lot of SPI, his SPI should raise further, right? This Frigimon has a lot of SPI. Now he gets 2 more SPI as opposed to 1 on his blue stat. It's gonna take some time to get this much further. To the point I wonder if it's worth it waiting for everybody to be at 200 before converting. Maybe it's more efficient to convert in at 100 if you're going to stay as further. Yeah, you'll get more stats if you convert that to 100%. I think all these Digimon having like 100 next to their HP is because I converted in at 200%. Seems like it always goes to HP. Yeah, this Shaman has a lot more blue HP from evolving him once. Actually, I de-evolved him and then evolved him back. And that gave him a lot of HP, but not a lot on all the other stats. And I wonder if it has to do with his personality. It's reckless in that... yeah, his personality is reckless and it buffs HP as the secondary stat. And that's what he got a lot of from devolving back. So you really need to set your Digimon the correct personality first. Which I'll try to do after this turn. There's another dungeon over there. So you can enter there even when you don't have a side quest sending you there. I have to look for These other blocks. Which must be further up there.
Yosh.
An hour of carrying data in the demo to get 40 or so Digimon.
感謝するみんな。
1 hour for 40 Digimon. I think that's if you convert them as soon as it's possible, like at 100%. A vaccine type. We have enough data Digimon for a full party.
頼んだ。
Can I put him to sleep? Oh, nice.
頼む。
But I'm guessing attacking wakes him up, right? Yeah.
トイフレイム。
頼んだ。
やってやるロック魂。
おりゃー。リブレス。
でやロック魂。
行くぜ。トイフレイム。
ザ
おりゃー。リブレス。
やってやるロック魂。
や。
I will say I find this system to be kinda convoluted because this game did away with having level requirements for any evolution, it's just the stats. But when you have to do so much work just to change what stat you raise when you're leveling up, it actually takes a lot more time to get an evolution.
準備完了。
はあ。トイフレイム。おりゃー。リブレス。
やってやるロック魂。
I'm not sure I'm a fan of this new system. In other games it felt much more straightforward to evolve to the Digimon you wanted, even if you have to like evolve and devolve a couple times. There's not going to be enough time to continue the story now, so I wanted to go check on that dungeon entrance that's in that part of the map. If you can enter it. Oops. So which way was it again? Yeah, it was in Akihabara. But if I go this way, it leads me to another map. Oh, over there. I'm guessing it gets better once you have every Digimon in set in an archetype. Because some of the ones I have will need to swap archetypes to evolve, like with Devastator, which is a physical attacker, but needs to be a tank for the evolution I want. And once he's a tank, if the next evolution is also a tank, it should be easier. If it's not, then you have to go through this all over again. Basically, you have to change archetypes for certain evolutions, and doing that is very convoluted. The first Shoutmon evolution. This is Alpha Shoutmon. And it's a warp evolution, so you go from rookie to ultimate. I can't do this because it requires rank 5. I'm in rank 3 currently. So I turn him into something else. So you can access any dungeon you've already unlocked from the theater. You don't have to come to the location every time. That's good. It's weird because Shoutmon is one of the main character Digimon. And yet you only have the base form and one evolution. When he's supposed to have like 8 dozen alternate forms. And I still have to make a Gyomon, which what I originally had in mind for what became Shoutmon. Is this some kind of roguelike? Defeat the boss at the end, it's timed. And you just have to beat the boss so I can evade other random battles. Which I will do because it's almost time to end the stream. At least these are more places to find fodder in the grind. You don't have to just go to the sewer every time. Whoops. And these are pretty strong. Wait, I can't change my Digimon. Why is that? Do I only take the ones in my main party? Seems like it. And isn't King Shotmon, like his main transformation. Can I tap out? Nope. I am stuck with a full thing of data Digimon. I have to find a place where I can heal. Unless you also can't heal inside the dungeon. It seems like you can't. The message is not showing up. Also, you can't stand around because you have a time limit. But there's the boss. This one is what I plan to evolve Ryuda muito. I like his design. Well, how lucky I am that the boss happens to be vaccine type, so the thing I took is all strong against him. I wonder if it's randomized which Digimon appear in the dungeon. Unauthorized access detected. Oh, I get the Repamon. Well, nice. I was planning to evolve this one into Repamon, but I won't have to, because now I have one. So Ryudamon can become something else. The devs consider a mode changer. So this game does have mode changes. There are, for Digimon that have alternate modes, there are some that are still considered evolutions. You have to meet the requirements and evolve them permanently, like Kyojo. But there are some Digimon who have mode changes, like you can swap between their forms at any time for free. That's mostly the case with newly added Digimon. But I know at least Imperial Dramon can do it. You can swap between his humanoid and dragon forms for free. This is it for today. I will try to figure out how this stat raising thing works. Tomorrow's stream is a bit longer, and the first half will be more of this game, the latter half will be the new Arcanines event. Also, I minimized OBS into me to do that. What do we rate today? There is some more. I think it's just a bit ahead of me in the storm. Thanks a lot for tuning. Hope to see you tomorrow. And have a Good night.